Today's excitement and announcement is that today kicks off Asylum Hill Congregational Church's stewardship campaign for 2025 and 2026. And for all who are assembled here today, for those who are watching online and will watch this later in the week, AHCC needs your support now more than any time in recent memory. This church stands as a beacon of hope for this community and for the world. AHCC is literally the shining church on the hill. This year's stewardship theme is Come to the Table, and it celebrates the size and diversity of our membership, knowing that while all of us may not agree with each other on everything in life, we all believe that this church has a table big enough for all its members. And we invite all to come to the table. So a few years ago, the deacons recommended, and this membership voted, to align the church's financial calendar with its program calendar. So July 1st kicks off a new church year of summer activities, followed by our triumphant fall homecoming and wraparound activities with Advent and Easter. Springtime is now stewardship time. Time to make your financial commitment or your pledge to Asylum Hill Congregational Church, because at the June 1st annual meeting, the deacons will present a balanced budget, one that clergy and staff can rely on to plan next year's programs and investments. So you can still donate your appreciated stock. You can take your tax deductions, make your charitable contributions from your IRA. You just do it in May. You just don't do it at the end of the year. You can also do it at the end of the year, but you would do it in May. But having successfully raised $900,000 in last year's stewardship and pop-up campaigns, we heard from our budget chairman, Jeremy Claflin, recently in service, and he reported that the church is back on track for a sound financial future. And just a few weeks ago, we heard from Alan Matamana, who's our investment committee chairman, and he reported that 2024 was a very strong year for our endowment. And given the fact that this year's capital markets have had a rocky start, our endowment is still poised for strong results for years to come. And let's not forget, 2 weeks ago, the state, we recently received confirmation that the state has committed nearly $4 million to the Earl Exum Community Center. So in just a short time, and the efforts of many committed members here at AHCC, we are back on the path to financial stability. God's abundance has blessed our future. So, with the wind at our back, this year's campaign goal is $1 million. And this is a reasonable goal, even with today's challenges. But it is the next step in an honest budget. A balanced budget this year will require $1.2 million. $1 million of stewardship commitments provides more budget certainty than last year and gives us a path to closing the uncertainty gap once and for all in future years. Now, plate gifts, estate gifts, and other member gifts, all of which are generously received, are unpredictable revenue sources, meaning we should not and cannot rely on them to balance the budget. So now's the time. AHC is the place. 100% of your deacons have already made their pledge. 100% of your clergy have already made their pledge. Will you join us at the table? So if you have not made a commitment in recent years, please come home. Make a commitment this year. Come to the table. If you have made a commitment recently, please consider a 10% increase in your commitment this year. Please come to the table. Or if you're like Hannah and me, and you make your commitment at regular intervals throughout the year, would you please consider adding a 13th month to your contribution, or a few extra weeks to your commitment? Please come to the table. And if you wouldn't mind doing us a favor, please add your phone number to the reply card, because there was no space for it when we printed those out. But whatever your commitment is to Asylum Hill Congregational Church, stewardship commitments are the certainty that gives our deacons, our clergy, and our staff the confidence to make spending and investment decisions with long-term impact. So perhaps those investments will be in our children, our music and arts, air conditioning in the sanctuary, in mid and later life, maybe it's for more quilts, or an investment in the community. Asylum Hill Congregational Church, it is time to think big. Just look around this church. In 1864, when America was a country divided, gripped in the throes of a civil war, the spirit of hope burned brightly, hope for survival and the future, grounded in a faith in God. In the midst of this bitter strife, a small group of Hartford residents built a house of faith that would offer healing and asylum. And although only 114 in number, they built a sanctuary that would seat almost 1,000. Their world was in turmoil. The social fabric was frayed. Brothers were actually fighting brothers. Our country was coming apart at the seams, and it was in deep peril. 161 years ago, our members chose hope over fear, abundance over scarcity, the future, not the past, unity over division, and the love of Jesus over all. They chose to embrace their challenge. They chose to embrace the challenge of their time and invest for a brighter future. They chose to create a safe and sacred space for our community and the world. Asylum Hill Congregational Church, we are the church of our founders, 161 years in the making. We are their legacy. We know with God's grace, anything is possible. We literally have nothing to fear but fear itself. So Asylum Hill Congregational Church, this stewardship season, ask yourself, if not us, who? If not now, when? We must be strong. We must be resilient. We must be compassionate. And we must be generous. Please come to the table. Thank you, and God bless you.